Hi there, this is Dan from End Time Country Living, and this time of year a lot of people are showing videos or talking about splitting kindling for starting fires and things like that. Well, I wanted to show you my easy method for splitting wood for kindling. Actually, I don't have to split it at all because I have a trick. I know how to avoid actually having to split any kind of wood for kindling. And one thing I do is to get sticks that are just laying around the yard. We actually live kind of in a forest here, oak forest, sparse, but it's still kind of a undercover, and there's a lot of limbs that fall during the year, and they put out a lot of sticks and limbs like this that I can easily break up. We pick these up towards the end of the summer, and when before the rain has come, towards the end there, I'll go around with the garden cart and pick up a bunch of limbs, and then I'll go ahead and break them up into small 1-foot chunks or a little bit smaller, something around there. Just break them over the edge of the garden cart, and then I'll stack them in my shed here. And that's very quickly, within maybe an hour or so, I have all my kindling for the year all put away, and it's nice and dry in here, so I can come out here during the year and fill up a box. And it saves a lot of time. I never have to get out a hatchet or a little axe and, split up some of my other bigger firewood to kindling. This works really good. Especially oak starts to decay a little bit, and therefore it's a lot more air in there, more flammable, to get a nice hot fire going quickly. So I want to show you a little bit about how you can do that and give you an idea that that's something that can be done, and it's very doable. I've done it for many years now. It's worked very well. So quickly I was able to find a few more sticks just laying on the ground like this. So these are going to be too wet to dry out this year, but this is kind of what I find at the end of the summer. And so little sticks like this, I can break these in half, and some of these bigger ones here, I can just break them over the edge of the cart there, on the metal edge in there. That snaps them when they're get a little more decayed. If they're too springy, I toss them aside and wait for another year or wait for later, but they should, most of the oak here, after a summer of being dry, it usually breaks fairly easily. Yeah, bigger sticks like this are a bit too big, so I just leave them, and sometimes I'll pile them up and then saw them with the chainsaw, things like that. Pieces like this. But you find smaller pieces that are already broken, so it's usually not too much of a problem there. Also during the winter, I tend to collect them in big piles like this in out of the way places next to a tree, or have another pile over there next to the shed where I like to just dump a bunch of limbs as I clean up the yard and things like that, so there isn't a mess. And then once the end of the summer comes again, I pull them out of the pile there and start breaking them up and stacking, just filling up my shed with them. Okay, well that's it. I just wanted to show you some quick tips about how you can not have to split kindling like a lot of people do. I keep watching these videos of people out there with their axe and splitting and showing different ways to split kindling. It's like, I don't have to do it at all. I just pick up the sticks and break them a little bit. It's so much easier. And I saw a was it here, the Deep South Homestead, watching their YouTube channel, and they were doing the same thing, picking up sticks. And I'm like, hey, they got the great idea there. Just go around, and as long as you got trees that are shedding limbs, so you may be in a place in a backyard or a small property where there just isn't trees around that drop limbs, so you may have to split your firewood into kindling. But if you look around your yard, if you're picking up limbs and burning them in burn piles, and then you go over and takes a nice piece of firewood, and then you have to sit the time splitting it up for kindling, hey, think twice and be wise. Don't waste your time and effort, but to use it on more important things. Okay, God bless. Keep us in your prayers, and I'll be praying that God will give you wisdom throughout your life. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up on this video to show me that if you like it or not. The thumbs down works pretty good too. And if you haven't already, I'd love to have you subscribe and be notified when I put out new videos. All right, bye-bye.